Hello, JavaScript developers. Today, we're going to explore comparison and logical operators. These are very important in programming languages. But why are these so important? Well, consider situations where logic plays a key role. Imagine you're designing a program to identify vowel letters. When a user inputs any letter, the program will inform them whether they have entered a vowel or a consonant. To handle such logic, understanding comparison and logical operators is essential. First of all, we will talk about comparison operators. These little tools are used in computer logic to figure out if things are the same or different. To make it crystal clear, let's use an example. Imagine we have a variable called x, and it holds the number 10. In the console log, when you write x double equals 10. In JavaScript, we're asking, is x the same as 10? To store a value in a variable, we simply use one equal sign. In this case, the answer is true because x really does equal 10. Now, if we change the number to 12, the answer becomes false because x was originally set to 10. But here's an interesting twist. What if we use a string 10 in double quotes instead of 12? Surprisingly, the answer is still true. Even though it looks like a word, the computer only checks if the values match, not what kind of thing they are. So, in this case, the answer remains true. If you want to check both the values and data types at the same time, just add one more equal sign. Using triple equals will do the trick. Now, when you use it, you'll see false as the result because the value is equal, but the data types are not. Let's remove those double quotes around 10, this will return true. Moving on, let's talk about the not operator. It's the exclamation sign followed by equal 20. This means that if the actual value of x is 10, the not operator checks if x is not equal to 20. That's correct, x is not equal to 20. So, not operator display true. When values are not equal, it will return true and vice versa. If you type 10 instead of 20, this means both 10 and x have the same value. The not operator makes it false. If you use a single equal sign, it only checks the values, but adding one more equal sign will check both the value and the data type at the same time, returning false. Now, if you make 10 a string with double quotes, the value remains the same, but the data type is different. It's a false condition because the x and string 10 value are the same, but the types of both are not the same. So, the not operator will return true. The same applies when using the value 8, x is not equal to 8, the actual answer is false, but this operator reverses it and makes it true. Not operator just reverses the answer. Next, in this queue, we have less than and greater than operators. When we say x greater than 6, and since the value of x is 10, the condition is true. However, if we switch to less than, it will print false because 10 is not less than 6. Next up, we have greater than equal to 6. In this case, there are two things it will check, if x is greater than or equal to 6. Given that x is indeed greater, it returns true. But if we use 15, x is neither greater nor equal to 15, so both things are false. Therefore, the answer is false. Now, let's remove greater than and focus on less than. This change makes the condition true, because the value of x is less than 15. Now, let's learn about logical operators. There are three main types: the AND operator, the OR operator, and the NOT operator. These operators help us establish the logic between variables or conditions, as we've discussed earlier. They connect these conditions and produce either true or false as the result. To illustrate, let's create two variables. The first one is named a, and it's assigned a value of 25. The second variable is named b, with a value of 18. Finally, we'll introduce one more variable to store the answer, and we'll call it result. We'll set result equal to the condition a less than 30. Then logical operator is the AND operator, followed by the second condition. B greater than 10. When you use console.log, result, the answer will be true. What's happening here? AND operator returns true only if both conditions are true. It displays false if any one of the conditions is false. In this case, a less than 30 is correct because the actual value of A is 25. B greater than 10 is also true because B is greater than 10, so the answer is true. If both conditions are true, then an operator returns true. If any one condition is false, it will return false. Now, if we use the greater than sign with a, it's an incorrect condition, so one of the conditions is wrong, and it should display false. Next, let's use the double equal between A and 25, and then add B less than 20. This will show true in the output because both conditions are true. Now, let's shift our focus to another logical operator known as the OR operator. The OR operator is represented by two vertical lines. Let's set A equal to 20 and B equal to 30. In the output, you'll notice that false is printed. The OR operator returns true if one or both of the conditions are true. If both are false, it will return false. Now, let's explore this with a different example. This time, set A equal to 25 and B equal to 30. You'll see true displayed because the first condition, A equal to 25, is true. But the second condition is false, B is not equal to 30. If we change A to greater than 20 and B to less than 15, this time, the first expression, a greater than 20, is correct. Since one of the conditions is true, so the output is true. Moving on, we come to the NOT operator, which essentially flips the output of a statement. For instance, consider the result variable with a triple equal to B. Currently, it is showing false because it is not equal to B. If we place an exclamation sign at the start, outside the brackets, we introduce the NOT operator. In this scenario, we receive true in the output. The NOT operator transforms false into true. In simple words, NOT operator flips the result. If a condition is true, it turns it into false, and if a statement is false, it changes it to true. Writing greater than B is a correct statement, so the NOT operator renders it false. Now, let's explore the ternary operator. Let create a variable called age and set it to a value of 15. Then, introduce another variable named vote. Here's how the logic works. If the age is less than 18, we'll use a question mark. We need two strings here. The first one is not able to vote, and we can separate these two strings with a colon. The second string is old enough. When you use console.log, vote, with the value of age set to 15, according to the condition where the age is less than 18, the condition is true. That's why the first string that is not able to vote is displayed in the output. Now, if you change the value of age to 20, this time old enough will be printed in the output. If the condition is true, it returns the text that comes first. If the condition is false, it returns the second string. This is our very first program where we work with logic. In this video, we begin by understanding comparison operators, then we explore logical operators that help us connect two statements logically. Towards the end, work with the ternary operator. If you have any questions about the lecture, feel free to ask in the comments section. If you found it helpful, please consider giving it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell for updates on future videos.